Hey, this is Lori Rupp. I'm the Chief Branding Officer for ALPFA, the Association of Latino Professionals for America. We just had our 44th annual convention, and a lot of our partners offer scholarships to our students, typically during convention, and to help them in their studies and things, and help them empower them to become Latino leaders. And today I get to interview Chares Cruse, who is going to Virginia Tech, right over the mountains from me. And he wasn't able to make the convention, but the cool thing is we've got this whole Google Hangouts thing going on. So the technology today allows us to kind of tap in and see, who is this guy? How do you win the scholarship, and what does it mean for him and for ALPFA? So Charles, welcome.
Thank you.
So you're going to Virginia Tech. Do you have a soft chapter there, or is it pretty small, or what's going on with the ALPFA presence at Virginia Tech?
Right. So the ALPFA chapter was just started last year, and so right now we have about 20 members. It's not something that's been around for very long, and this is the first time it's been introduced to Virginia Tech. So it's pretty exciting. I was not the one who started it, though. The last president did recommend me, and I was able to go through the elections, and I became president of ALPFA here. So I'm trying really hard to make sure we expand within the School of Business here at Virginia Tech to make sure people know about ALPFA and what we have to offer and all the opportunities they can have through joining the organization.
Nice, great. I think a lot of people think, Virginia Tech, old school, and a lot of people don't recognize that they are surrounded by Latinos. And it doesn't, that it's not a black and white issue. It's not race. It's very, very different demographic based on language and culture. And so, where is your heritage from?
I'm from Panama. I was born there, and my mom is from Mexico.
Cool. Our ALPFA CEO, Charles Garcia, is also Panamanian.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah. So great thoroughbred stuff going on there. So you applied for a scholarship with ALPFA, and you won the scholarship from New York Life. What do you think played a role in you being able to be successful with your scholarship application?
I think my leadership roles in my clubs are what definitely helped me. President of ALPFA here at Virginia Tech was one major aspect that I think went a long way with you all, and the things that I try to do for the club, as well as I'm in the consulting club here at Virginia Tech. We're a group of students that give consulting services to nearby here in Blacksburg who can't really afford to, pay for the services of an actual consulting. So it's kind of like a pro bono thing where we help them learn more about how they should conduct their business, and we get the experience of helping clients and stuff like that. So for that club, I am a project manager for several clients, and so I think those two things in my leadership roles in those clubs are what helped a lot.
Definitely. I hear consistently at the convention and outside of it that that a lot of employers are looking for leadership experience. So not just having the keyword leadership stuffed in your profile, but really showing where you're taking the ball and running with it and making a difference in people's lives, or in gathering people to work together toward a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that you said you were interested in doing post-college, is a consulting career. What do you think that looks like for you?
Well, hopefully I could get to acquire a job. We have a Business Horizons here at Virginia Tech, which is a big career fair where a whole bunch of businesses will come down. Hopefully, through one of the connections I make through there, I'll be able to talk to a few consulting firms, interview with them, and hopefully get a job for one of the beginner positions. And then, a few years down the road, hopefully be able to prove myself as a strong employee and start moving up the ladder a bit.
Cool. Now, I think that the idea of consulting firms is a little bit different. We baby boomers, I'm not going to say we because I'm not quite there. I'm in the middle generation. But grew up with the big four accounting firms, and all they did was accounting, right? And so that's kind of expanded. So what is your understanding now of what a consulting firm is, and what that job looks like once you get out in the real world, so to speak?
Right. So, there's so many different types of services for consulting. Information consulting, like business information consulting, where it's more computer oriented, and then like advisory and stuff like that. But what I would like to go in is management consulting, meaning I help the the companies kind of run their business more efficiently. And so that's one thing that I would like to do. So in my opinion, that would look like me visiting clients, having weekly meetings, and thinking of processes and thinking of actions that they can take to better improve their business with a group of people that are all very like-minded. I don't want to say like-minded, but that are very educated and very smart, we can work together to come up with a strong solution for our clients.
Cool. Very cool. That's neat. So what got you interested in ALPFA to begin with? You joined last year.
Yes. I had gone out and went to a Latin Link. It's this club here for Latinos to meet, and the president at the time made an announcement saying, "Hey, we have an organization called ALPFA Latinos trying to become business professionals." And he had made that announcement. I had been interested, and I came out to their first event, and I had liked what they did. They had brought in a man from Morgan Stanley, and he gave a speech and kind of talk about how you should market yourself and how you should present yourself to a company, and whether you and the company are a good fit. There are times when there are strong companies that are great and fantastic, but just the cultures of the company and your own personal self could clash. So I really resonated with what they were doing, and I learned a lot. So I wanted to join and see what I could do to help the club.
Cool. Very cool. Well, it's great to have you as part of the team. Charlie always says that he doesn't work for the board of directors. He doesn't work for the company. He works for the presidents and chapter presidents that are actually delivering the services, who are boots on the ground every day, and that's who he tries to answer to. So it's really cool to hear that is what struck you and attracted you to ALPFA, and also that you then stepped up into that leadership role as president and decided that you were ready to do the same thing. So hopefully we'll see a lot of growth and things in the Virginia Tech area, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from you too, Charles. I think that as you transition from student to professional, that ALPFA, you're going to find that ALPFA is a very good fit for you to maintain your professional network. But I'm not sure if you've joined the LinkedIn group yet, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'll encourage you to join the LinkedIn group at joinalpha.org and engage networking nationally with other ALPFA members. So tell me just a little bit about your thoughts of with New York Life and the value that they've brought to ALPFA by offering you this scholarship.
Right. Well, I think it's a great opportunity for New York Life to be offering scholarships. They can really get their name out and kind of show that they're committed to not just helping, their clients and their customers.
Right. I think we just had a little bit of bandwidth issue. So not just attracting your clients and customers, but what was that last one?
You're breaking up on my side too. Okay, here we are.
The joy of computer technology. The whole Wi-Fi thing, isn't that weird? So we can see each other.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love it. So okay, go ahead and you said that New York Life brought value.
Right. So you're valuing not just your customers, but as well as the community. So by providing these scholarships to students, you're ensuring that students are getting an education and that they're able to fulfill themselves to their maximum potential, and that they're able to make sure that they can really make sure they go for their dreams. They can accomplish what they want to do instead of having to be bogged down by something like financial need.
Right. Great. Cool. Very cool. Well, I really appreciate that. What are your hopes for your ALPFA chapter this year? Do you have any specific goals that you're working toward, or as this is your senior year, you said?
That's correct.
Okay. So as you're getting ready to go through your transition into the professional world,
yes.
What are you hoping to accomplish this year with your chapter, and then make that transition to the next leader?
Right. So the things that I'm trying to accomplish right now mainly are trying to increase interpersonal relationships between members. We have great connections between us and companies. We have great connections between us and other clubs, so we can host all sorts of events. But I think I want to strengthen member to members relationship as well, because what it seems mainly is happening is our members are coming out to these events and they're really enjoying these events. But we're only having them once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, depending on the schedule of the semester. So the fact that they only meet every once in a while, I think, is something we could improve on. Because if they meet each other, outside of the group, maybe they'll be much more inclined to help each other out. It's not just, oh yeah, we're part of the same club. It's, oh yeah, this is another member of my club. We're both in the same club together, and we try to strive to become better. And hopefully in the future, when two members have both gotten a job, or one has a job and the other one's looking, they can help each other out in some way or shape or form, instead of just thinking, oh, that was just some guy who sat in the same meeting that I was in with 10, 15 other people.
I'm so glad I asked you that question, Charles, because the ALPFA is often referred to as the ALPFAmilia, and it is about those interpersonal relationships and the fact that the entire community is ambitious, not just for themselves, but for each other. And I constantly hear that as I've traveled around the country and visited different chapters and visited different universities and talked to different people. And you have just really hit the nail on the head as to what it takes. So I encourage you to continue to pursue that dream, find ways for them to engage each other, maybe have a social event that's just ALPFA members every so often. And then let me know how you did. I'll be really curious as to things, and reach out if you have any questions or if you need resources or just want to talk about ideas. It'll be great to continue to maintain this connection with you, and I'm glad we got to do this together. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So if companies want to reach out and they're impressed with you, and they say, "How do I get this guy?" How do they get you?
How do they get to me personally, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we're kind of in a state where we're beginning to have a bigger name for ourselves between these companies. As you know, KPMG is a big partner with ALPFA, and then there are other clubs, or I'm sorry, there are other companies that have alliances. Protiviti being one of them, and who actually they're a consulting firm we have an event with them in 2 weeks. So people are beginning to kind of learn about ALPFA on the national level, and I think that's really helping of us at the club there. The more that they'll be able to learn, hey, we have this national partner, and there's this club here at Virginia Tech. Let's try and get in contact with them. And so I think being able to go, or having that kind of connection between the national and the club level at college is a big plus for people being able to try and contact me, because they can just go onto the website, a Virginia Tech website with a list of all the clubs, and there's my contact info right there for the club as club president. So as they know more about the national ALPFA organization, they'll become more interested in the organization here at Virginia Tech, and that's usually how they can try and contact me that way.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Charles, for the interview today. I really appreciate it. I think that our community will appreciate it, and especially hearing some of the insights that you shared today. They were absolutely insightful. So thanks very much for that.
That's great. Great to
hear.
All right,
have a great afternoon. And that's all for our broadcast today. We'll have more scholarship winners coming up in the coming weeks.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.